Ladies and gentlemen, they're launching a new birth control for men. And what it is, it's a gel. And they just use the gel, rub it on both of their shoulders, and it's supposed to stop the sperm. And it acts as a male birth control. So I'm going to go ahead and play this audio from NPR.
But let's talk about Philip Shaw's sex life back in 2019. He was part of clinical trials at the University of Washington to test a new male contraceptive. It was underground at the UW medical campus that they have there. I had to go like literally underground. So he would visit the campus roughly once a month for his sperm levels to be checked. But this study was for couples. So his girlfriend, now wife, was also part of the study.
Cool. What did they have to do?
Well, Philip had to keep a record of his moods.
I had to basically review my day, like how I felt. Was I sad? Was I angry? Did I feel ill? So I had to be very introspective. But I did not have to write some racy sex journal like my wife had to.
What?
So the researchers divvied up the labor of chronicling their life during the study, and his girlfriend at the time, wife now, had to log when they had sex.
Interesting. Okay. And what kind of contraception was part of this study?
The kind of male contraception used in this study is a gel, like that you apply like a lotion. It's clear and it has the consistency of hand sanitizer.
So it was this gel that I would rub on my shoulders, both shoulders, once a day.
And the gel is designed to reduce Phil's sperm count.
Oh, interesting.
We'll get into the science of how that works later.
Okay.
But the bottle of gel had this pump, so researchers would make sure everyone was getting the right amount daily.
And then I would have to wash my hands because apparently if it were to get on anybody else, that could be detrimental to them.
Why is that?
It's because the gel contains testosterone.
Oh, okay.
Right. And any prolonged exposure for a woman or child to testosterone could mess up their hormonal balance.
Sure.
Now, this study is still going on. It's not over. But researchers at UW have already found that there's little risk of hormonal transfer, and short-term exposure is safe. But to be extra careful, the researchers asked participants like Philip to
Make sure that my shoulders are always covered, make sure that I did it every single day.
and he wore that t-shirt until the gel was fully absorbed.
Regina, I have never, ever heard of contraception that works like this, of a gel that a man would apply to ultimately prevent pregnancy.
Yeah, no, I hadn't either. This was like really fascinating. And all of this work, applying this gel, it seemed like a small inconvenience to Philip because he was actually really eager to join the study. He got a little cash and he got to share some of the burden of birth control with his partner.
I was happy to participate because I think this is a really important sort of scientific advancement. And also just, I guess, social advancement too, because generally women are faced with the brunt of contraceptive choices.
And he says he didn't have any side effects.
I never once felt moody. I didn't feel any quicker to anger. I didn't feel any annoyance. I didn't feel anything like food cravings or anything else that's unusual for me. I mean, I love food, so I'm always craving food, but I never felt anything unusual that I would ever attribute to the gel that I was using.
So we don't know how effective the gel is yet. That's what the study's for. And the hope is that the person producing sperm can take partial to full responsibility for.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line is if you are a man, would you use a male birth control? Especially something like this. It seems simple to use. I mean, birth control has been around for a long time, but it has been mostly on the women to use the birth control. And there are side effects. I mean, there are some women that never have any issue using the pill, and there are some women that do ultimately end up with hormonal problems, or they'll tend to get bloated, or and it depends on the form of birth control you're using, of course. you know so as you heard, you just rub it on both shoulders, and you have to make sure you thoroughly wash your hands so you don't transfer it on to other people. So the study has been going on worldwide, and what they're doing is they are testing 450 couples and using, they're using this gel every single day. And, and then of course they're reporting back their findings or if it's working. And apparently they're saying it's working, just from the clinical trials that they have been doing. And they have been doing clinical trials for male birth control since the 90s. And it looks like it's taken them this long to even get something close to being effective. So, my question is, are there side effects? Of course, because everything these folks make got some sort of side effects. That's what I would love to look at. What does it do to the brain, the heart, the liver, the kidneys, uh, or somebody that could potentially have prostate cancer? That's the kind of questions I would want to know about it, but it's still in a trial stage. So if it's coming out, it'll probably come out sometime down the line, but I don't think it's coming out right now anytime soon. They got trials going on even in Australia. And Australia, they're not testing the gel, they are doing an injection form of birth control. That's what they're testing out. So, y'all tell me what you think. Is this something you would use, or you would not use something like this at all? You know, that's what I really want to know. Really hearing from the men. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, if you have a boyfriend or spouse, would you be open to them using birth control, opposing, the woman always using it? Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.